Recreational boaters are required to understand and abide by the rules of the road when operating on Canadian waters. For many, this can be a confusing part of boating that can lead to collisions, personal injury, and even death. Knowing the right action to take when approaching another vessel is every operator's responsibility, and it's also the law. The rules of the road are ultimately determined by the International Collision Regulations and can apply in various ways depending on the size and type of a vessel and where it's operating. But in all situations, an operator must by law maintain a constant lookout at all times and to know the appropriate action to take in order to avoid a collision. When two or more powerboats are operating in close proximity and at risk of collision, each must be aware of which is the stand-on vessel and the give-way vessel. A stand-on vessel must maintain its course and speed so that its intentions are obvious to the other operator. A give-way vessel must take early and substantial action in order to avoid a collision by altering its speed, course, or both. These actions should be large enough to be obvious to the stand-on vessel. Now, let's take a look at 4 basic crossing situations between two powered vessels and the actions required by each. Starboard approach. When another power vessel is approaching from starboard, it becomes the stand-on vessel and is to proceed with caution on its present course and speed. The other vessel becomes the give-way craft and must alter its course and/or speed. Giving way in a crossing situation means to pass behind the other vessel. Remember to take early and substantial action when doing so. Port vessel. A power vessel approaching from port is the give-way vessel and must take early and substantial action to avoid collision. Again, it must pass behind the stand-on vessel by altering its course and/or speed. Head-on approach. When two vessels are approaching head-on, neither is designated as stand-on, and both are required to give way by altering course to starboard. Anytime that you're unsure whether a collision situation exists in a head-on approach, assume it does and alter your course to starboard in an early and obvious manner. Overtaking. When overtaking another vessel from behind, you become the give-way vessel and must take early and substantial action to avoid collision. The vessel being overtaken must maintain its course and speed. The preferred course when overtaking is to pass to starboard, providing that safe water exists. In the event it's not safe to pass to starboard, such as when shallow waters, a navigational aid, or some other obstacle is present, alter your course to pass on the other vessel's port side. If you're in doubt as to whether you're in an overtaking situation, assume you are and take the appropriate action to give way. Understanding the rules of the road and knowing when and how to avoid collision is every operator's responsibility under the law. Anytime you're unsure who the stand-on vessel is, assume you are not and take early and substantial action to give way. We recommend taking a boating safety course to help you better understand the rules and regulations and help you to become a smart boater.